Hello everybody, my name is Alexander Kazina, aka Kozibear, and I'd like to thank you for joining me once again on another installment of my Pokemon LeafGreen Critical Lock Challenge. This is the only Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge on the internet where every single time someone crits, I spin my wheel of criticality and suffer the consequences. You can catch the show you're currently watching live on twitch.tv/Kozibear every Monday and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. EST. And when you're done with that, you can catch up on all my previous broadcasts on YouTube, where they publish as VODs every Wednesday and Saturday. Without further ado, let's get right into tonight's episode. We have a big episode in store for us. Not only are we going to be taking on Lieutenant Surge in the game, but we are actually going to be returning to a beloved old segment back from when I used to do cooking streams. You might remember how during those times, the before times as it were, I used to be really into baking and eating all sorts of food. So much so that at a certain point I decided, you know what? What if I just devoted a segment to my streams to just eating weird, random, cool snack food that I found? There was a really cool European market that I found last time that I'd been meaning to buy more stuff from. And so it kind of occurred to me, you know what? Why not bring that back? Why not make Snacks and Collation a part of Kozibear's streaming efforts in the year of our Lord 2022? Specifically, I mean August of 2022, because I also did Snacks and Collation earlier in 2022. It just feels like a year apart. Today, to mark the occasion, I'm going to be eating something that I have been meaning to try out for quite some time. This is Van Holten's Big Papa Pickle. It's a pickle that is entirely inside of a portable bag. Now, I've heard that these apparently are very popular in the southernmost states of the United States. It's a very popular movie theater going snack. I am very fascinated and very intrigued by this particular food product. I am especially interested by just how I'm going to possibly prevent myself from spilling all of this pickle juice all over my setup in front of me. Not that, like, I particularly take good care of my keyboard anyways. But yeah, that is something in store for us. So without further ado, let's get right into tonight's stream. The plan is that around, let's say, like an hour and 25 minutes into the stream, I'll take myself a little snack break and we'll try out our pickle for the first time. Okay, so where we left off last time, we had just had a big bad battle with Gary Oak, and thankfully only one person died this time, but that person that died was Rigatoni. To give context, the first time I battled Gary Oak, in my first playthrough of the game, he actually succeeded in annihilating my entire team, and I had to start the game from the beginning again. Second time, he ended up killing both the second Rattata that I had at the time, and Wild Wings, aka Wild West, the Pidgey that I had been training up quite a bit up until that point in time. This time around, he only killed Weeping Bell, and it's not that major of a loss, because the fact of the matter is that we have two other Bellsprouts in my box, and one of those Bellsprouts actually has an Adamant nature, which will actually prove very convenient for us, because it will allow it to take its poison type moves once it is sufficiently leveled up to most definitely the next level. So that's pretty exciting. I'm pretty certain, is it Tortellini? I should probably check their natures. There we go, damn it. So I feel bad that we're putting Rigatoni into the box of death, but Tortellini will be picking up the slack. Unfortunately, Tapioca the Sandshrew continues to kind of weigh the team down by not really knowing a whole lot of good attacking moves, but Hot Dogs the Diglett, although he didn't get much of a chance to fight last time because there were too many, how should we say, trainers that had Pokemon that Diglett is not good against on the SSN, I was still able to get quite a bit of experience out of him on last stream, and in just 2 levels he will evolve into a Dugtrio, so I'm going to do my best to get him up until that point before we battle good old Lieutenant Surge. In fact, you know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to put Hot Dogs at the front of the party. so that after we heal our party up, we can ensure that he gets as much experience as he needs so that he can hit that point. Man, I'm really looking forward to that just juicy, lovely pickle. I think it is going to be fantastic. Only thing is that, so like, I'm on kind of like a diet regiment where I'm trying to remember what trainers I have and haven't battled. I think I've battled all the guys over here so far. I'm on a diet regiment where I like to have days where I entirely go not eating any sugars or processed grains. Today was supposed to be the day where I would go without eating any sugars or processed grains, but at lunch I picked up a small little container of guacamole from a local supermarket that I didn't think would have any added sugars to it, but it actually did have added sugars to it. And even though a pickle is mostly just, well, pickle, or rather cucumber, I mean, it does indeed have sugar in it, because that's how you arrive at the unique little product that we call the pickle inside the little bag in front of me. So it's unfortunately not going to be a day that was completely free of sugars and processed grains, which makes me a little bit sad, if I gotta be totally honest. I was kind of hoping that I'd have a perfectly clean and healthy day, but, you know, unfortunately not going to happen this time around. Interesting. They're not... Doesn't seem like there are any more trainers left on this floor. Now, we need to make sure that we battle every trainer and get every item that we can on here before we speak to the captain, because after we speak to the captain, the ship is going to depart. I think there are a couple more trainers here, so let's take them on. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to have a day completely free of sugar and processed grains, which is unfortunate, because I actually, like, I used to be really kind of iffy about going days without eating any breads or cookies or whatnot, but I feel like I've really kind of tried to make an effort to make that part of my daily lifestyle so that I don't, you know, hit 40 years old and just keel over from diabetes. And I found actually a lot of enjoyment out of trying out healthier foods that I normally, you know, didn't really indulge in all that much in the past. I'm gonna swap this out for someone else. You know what? I'm gonna swap in Tortellini, give him a little bit more of a chance to exercise his strength. I actually, like, have really kind of grown to appreciate, like, hummus with carrots. That's sort of like my go-to meal when I'm like, all right, I need to pack myself a lunch for work that, you know, adheres to these health guidelines. What do I want to pack for myself? Hummus and carrots. That stuff is really genuinely good, and thankfully pretty much mostly free of processed sugars, so that's nice. I'm amazed, by the way, that we have not had a fucking shit. Well, I jinxed myself with that one. I was about to say, amazed that we have not had a critical hit yet, but of course, that had to be the exact moment where a crit happened. Let's spin the prize wheel of criticality. And 3. Ooh, no center. That means that for the next little bit, until we get our next critical hit, we can't heal our Pokemon at any Pokemon centers. And for the sake of the SSN, I'm gonna expand that to include any trainers that will basically provide the same service as a Pokemon center, like that trainer on the bottommost floor. So that's something we'll have to contend with, although it could, you know, our time could end up being up very quickly if, you know, we have the fortune of getting a critical hit really soon. Another thing that I've discovered over the course of my adventures of trying more foods that don't have sugars and processed grains in them is that I have quite the appreciation for tzatziki sauce. I have quite the love for guacamole, which is probably not super surprising because guacamole is amazing. And also, I really have an appreciation for cheddar cheese. I don't know what it is, but like, I was always kind of the impression that cheddar cheese was like real strong and just like really not great. Not the kind of cheese you would ever eat in just like a normal setting just by itself. It's the kind of cheese that like you will grate onto a pizza, but you won't really eat in another circumstance. Clearly, I had raw cheddar cheese at too young of an age because I included some in one of my lunch boxes recently for a good old lunch at work, and man, oh man, raw cheddar cheese, real good. Now we need to make sure that we can beat Machop before he can hit us, because he is increasing the chance of him hitting us with a critical hit, and if he hits hot dogs with a critical hit, that's going to be pretty bad. Alright, so I just need to not use Fury Swipes, and I don't think that Machop has any priority moves, so I should be okay. Okay. I was trying to do the math. Like, if I hit like a magnitude 4, would that have been too weak? Would that have not been able to KO him? Either way, we managed to get through it, and that's all that matters. You know what? I'll send out Creamsicle for this one. He's not exactly my strongest special attacker on my team, but his bite will be able to do sufficient damage against Shelter, so yeah, I don't really mind him all that much. Of course, you know, I've taken great pleasure in... Oh, there we go, Flinch, the other form of critical hits. I've taken great pleasure in, you know, including a lot of delicious, yummy fruits and vegetables in my lunches as well. Granny Smith apples are always great. Mangoes are always great. What else is great? Kiwis. I love kiwis. I was listening to a podcast recently where they talked about how they feel like kiwis kind of like have the same texture and taste as glass, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, they're definitely pretty tart, but they're great. Oranges, I still don't absolutely adore, but I do think that they definitely have grown on me over time. Oh, here we go. The trash can from hell. I feel like nowadays modern day Pokemon games would not do this. Like, can you imagine a modern day Pokemon game where your main character, let alone a female main character, rubs an old sea captain's back and allows him to recover from his seasickness? Nobody ever talks about this, but this is actually kind of insane. Ew, thank you. I'm feeling much better now. What the fuck? Did they know what they were doing when they wrote this? Did they know? This is very suspicious. This is very, very, very suspicious. And here we go. Kind of unbelievable that we get cut this late into the game. Normally we would have had cut like hours and hours ago, but not this game. Anyways, we managed to get everything we need. It is also, like, speaking of things that they don't do in Pokemon games anymore, I feel like it is very atypical that you'll have an entire area, like the SSN, that you literally will no longer have any access to anymore after it leaves. I feel like most modern-day Pokemon games, if they do temporarily restrict access to an area at some point, they'll at least allow you to re-explore it later on. I feel like it's very atypical of the games nowadays to be like, no, you can't explore this area at all. That's just how I feel, though. Alright, Hot Dogs is still doing good, so he will remain at the front of the party. Oh, I don't know what happened there. My Game Boy games have typically run pretty well in the past, so I'm not sure why it did that. Let's see here. Right, so I can go ahead and I can cut the road to Vermilion City Gym whenever I should so choose, but I'm wondering if I should actually do a little bit of backtracking just to see if I can cut myself some new roads, some new opportunities while I have the chance to do so now. I know that there's definitely something in Cerulean City. I want to say it's Rock Tunnel. that I can access. It's been a little while since I last played this game, so there's a lot of things that I don't quite remember that I know some Pokemaniacs are probably yelling at the screen right now, being like, what the hell? You don't remember that? I'm sorry, guys. I'm really sorry, but no, I don't remember that. And I have no real excuse for it. Oh, that's right. So you can cut down this tree over here, and that basically allows you to easily re-access Cerulean City. That's nice. It's very like Legend of Zelda-esque, like, item gating when you think about it. Now, this is cool. We actually have a lot of Pokemon that we can teach Cut to that really benefit from it. We can teach it to Tortellini, who definitely would appreciate from like just a standard normal type move. We can teach it to Tapioca, who definitely will appreciate having it over Scratch. And Cinnamon too. I'm going to teach it to Tapioca though, because if I recall correctly, Scratch only does 40 base power, Cut does 50, so that is at least an improvement. Now I do feel a little bit bad because unfortunately he's going to have Cut until eventually we get to the move deleter and we can delete Cut off of him. But that's just the way things are going to go. Alright, here we go. Now, what I'm trying to remember here is the Pokemon on this particular route. Are they kind of strong? Because if they're kind of strong, I feel like maybe I shouldn't bum around here too much. But I also do kind of want to catch myself a new Pokemon to add to my team to potentially shake up the competition. I don't think that Cinnabon, the Beedrill, is very long for my team, so it might be worth catching someone to, you know, vary things up. I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to put Wartortle, Blueberry the Wartortle, at the front of my party, just on the off chance that this one trainer that we're about to battle is a little bit on the tough side. Okay. I actually don't want to battle Oddish with that Pokemon. But I don't really have a good, like, obvious counter. I do have Creamsicle, who is, like, pretty powerful and also not hit super effectively by Absorb. You know what? I'm actually just going to keep him in. I'm going to have him use Bite. So we'll see how that goes. And, okay. That's not great. That is not great. I actually would have preferred him to have used Absorb there, because if I can't heal at a Pokemon Center, I don't have access to a reliable way to remove my poisons, so yeah. Well, I just have to wait until my next crit. For Bellsprout, we will switch into Creamskull, who will most likely make quick work of him. Oh, shit. This guy has... I don't know what is going on right now. Let me just... I'm very quickly going to go over to my stream preview that I'm watching on my Twitch dashboard. I'm just going to turn down the resolution of it a little bit. Maybe that'll help. That did a lot of... Another poisoning. This team is out to just ruin my day with poison, and I don't know why. Goodbye to Bellsprout. I don't want to keep poisoning the rest of my team. I will keep Creamsicle in for this one. But I really want this battle to get over real fast, because the last thing that I want to happen is for the two strongest Pokemon on my team to both die at the end of this battle. Definitely don't want that to happen. Just keep using Sweet Scent. I have no qualms with you continuing to do so. I'm pretty certain that, like, I have both a Antidote and I definitely have a Pecha Berry. Oh shit, critical hit. That means that I can heal from a Pokemon Center now, but it also means that I have to spin the Wheel of Criticality. So let's go and do so. 1, 2, and 3. Hot Sauce Shot! Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for an early stream Hot Sauce Shot. This is exciting. Give me just a quick little second. Whew. We've had quite a few gulps of this guy by this point, and every single time I'm always kind of taken off guard by just how potent this guy is. At some point, I'll probably have to swap this out for something else. This, of course, if this is your first time tuning in, this, of course, is Melinda's Chipotle Pepper Sauce. It only has 3 out of 5 fires lit up on the bottle. But let me tell you, it is still plenty potent. And so we're just going to shake him up, make sure that we really, get the flavor out of this bad boy. And without further ado, we are going to get some drops in our mouth. I'm definitely not stalling because it's painful. Definitely not doing that. Ugh. What sucks is that I always spill some of it on my shirt when I'm trying to get the sauce in my mouth. Ugh. 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 Now it really got on my throat. Ugh. Whew. I know it seems like I'm really exaggerating those movements, but I'm just trying to convey how intense this stuff is. All right. Bellsprout, last Pokemon. Who do I want to send out for this one? You know what? Let's send Blueberry back in. Maybe Blueberry can take care of him. Blueberry did not battle a Bellsprout last time, so it might actually be able to do okay. We'll see. Wow. Did you guys see that? That did a lot of damage, and that was not even a crit. Alright, here we go. Final bite. Goodbye. I feel a little bit bad leveling up those two guys, considering that they're not the 2 Pokemon that we want to level up before battling Surge, but I mean, that's just how things are going to go. And now we just need to, real quick, make our way back to the Pokemon Center and heal on up. Ooh, I'm looking at my like little tiny bitrate tracker thingy on Twitch. It's currently red colored, which means that at some point there was a real dip in me bit rates for some reason. And I don't know why, because I've never had any major drops like that over like literally like the past like year and a half. Maybe that's no, it's not. That's definitely an exaggeration, but like it's very rare. It's very rare. I'm gonna go ahead, you know what? Just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna close Discord as well. Not that Discord is like taking up a lot of resources on my computer, but whatever I can do to kind of assuage things, I'll definitely take it. Alright. Hot dogs, let's do it. Oh, I just realized, that's a cool thing about Hot Dogs. Because he has Dig in my party, and because this is Gen 3, I can actually use Dig when in the middle of a cave to immediately exit the cave and heal if need be. That's actually, I completely forgot about that. That's very useful. Now again, with the chops, we got to be careful because these guys can do, they can use Karate Chop, which is, I think, might have an increased critical hit ratio. That might actually just be Cross Chop, not Karate Chop. But they can also use Focus Energy, which definitely will raise their critical hit ratio. So you need to make sure... Oh, shit. Fuck! You fuck! I was so determined that I would be able to score at least like a magnitude 6 on that. Who fucking does a 4? Who fucking does that? Fucker. Well, so much for getting a Doug Trio. This game is just insult to injury at times. It is insult to injury. 1, 2, and 3. Oops. No center. Alright. Well, back to the old grind. The good news is that we will be able to capture a new Pokemon on this route to make up for our new lack of a Diglett on our team, but I am not happy. Not happy. Here's the thing. I knew the risks that came with having a Diglett on my team. I knew that he was real frail, and that he'd get knocked over at a single hit. You know what? I feel like if he speed ties with me, I feel like he's going to KO me, so I'm going to swap into... I guess I can't do that. Alright. This game's really trying to fuck me over. I swear. I just need to trust he's... Okay, perfect. If he had used Rock Slide there, that would have forced me to use another potion. Him using Bind, though, unless he gets a real lucky crit, he's not going to one-hit KO me, so I should be okay. Of course, I also have to trust that my Vine Whip will hit, which it did. Perfect. I know that I knew the risks bringing a Diglett with me into battle. I know that it was a risky endeavor, knowing just how frail he was, how easily he would be knocked down by any move that hit him with any degree of legitimacy, but that sucked. That suckaroonied. The good news is that we still have a pretty solid ground-type Pokemon on our team in the form of Sandshrew, but man, Sandshrew needs to learn some good moves like Stat, because he knows nothing really that good right now. I'm super tempted to actually look up like when his next move of consequence is going to be, but at this point in the game, it's still like relatively quick going in terms of leveling up, so I'm not going to look up just yet. If he reaches level 20 though and he still doesn't know squat, I will probably look up what he can learn. Come on, one more bite. Man, Creamsicle... I knew that a Gyarados on my team would be a great addition to my team, but I was not anticipating that Creamsicle would actually be this useful. Like, his bite, even though it doesn't make great use of his innately ultra-powerful attack stat, has been really useful. Like, the amount of times that he's been able to... Man, this guy cannot catch a break getting his attack lowered. But yeah... Creamsicle's bite, it's really been able to, like, pack quite a punch and flinch quite a lot of Pokemon, and I gotta give credit where credit is due. Well, critical hit time. You know what that means. And by the way, I do plan on moving the Wheel of Criticality at some point, because it's definitely becoming a little tiring to keep doing this. Alright, here we go. 5 push-ups. Okay. We are ungated from being able to access Pokemon Centers, but now we got to get some push-up actions on. Fuck. I know it sounds like I know it sounds like I'm making this shit up right now, but my arm is in a bad place for whatever reason. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know why the fuck I sprained it, but I cannot do a push-up right now. The fuck. Alright, well... I still want to make it up to you guys at home. What? Is there another? I guess I can do jumping jacks, I guess. Yeah, alright, let's do that. Sorry, guys. Normally I would, like, absolutely do... Do I even have the space for this? The problem is that my camera angle isn't great, and also, the ceiling is really low here. It's like I'm trapped in a cage that is specifically designed to make it so that I can't do any physical exercise. Ah, fuck. I never even really thought about that. I was like, oh yeah, I can do push-ups down here. That'll be perfect. No problem with doing that. Never thought, oh, what happens if I can't do push-ups because my right arm inexplicably is killing me? You know what? What can I do? I'm trying to think, like, in terms of other exercises. Pull-ups? No, I don't have, like, a bar to do that. I can do some yoga. Let's go ahead and let's do a little bit of that. Why not? Why not? It's not exactly what you might have signed up for, but it is a compromise. Alright, I'm going to do 5 reps of 10 seconds. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arm is still an issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. That's that. Let's get back to the battle. This has been weird. I don't love that Tapioca is a little bit weakened at this point, but I can always just swap out to someone else if I need to. I still think I should be okay because he's very, you know, defensive oriented. You gotta do that. You gotta do that. I feel kind of not great about keeping him out. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to swap in Creamsicle because Creamsicle has access to, of course, Intimidate, which will cut Beedrill's attack. See, here's the thing. I knew that one of those hits would probably crit, but I figured, well, if one of those hits does crit, but all the other attacks, in addition to the one crit move, don't do a lot of damage, well, I mean, that means we've got a real damage reduction on our hands. Let's spin that prize wheel. The problem with this part of the game is that opponents are really starting to, like, specifically strategically pick moves and move combinations that make it so that they do more critical hits more often, which is why we're seeing a few more crits than we normally would, like with this great of a frequency. We got another hot sauce shot, so yay for that. Man, I got some on my... There needs to be an easier way for me to do that. I bet I can, like, stick, like, a really tiny straw down there. I can, like just stick it in there and just slurp on up that hot sauce when I need to do so. Also, I have to eat, like, a pickle in, like, an hour from now. Is that... Is all the hot sauce that I've had so far going to be a bit of a problem? Because I think it might be a bit of a problem. Ooh, back to the show. I guess we might as well use Bite. Ooh, look at that. Flincharoonie. Flinch-tastic. Creamsicle, you are a fucking team player, man. I am keeping you on the team. Even though it's not great to have, like, a doubling up of water types in that way, you are fantastic. Another Beedrill. You know what? Let's actually try to do the same strategy. We'll keep in Tapioca for round 1, and then we will swap out to Creamsicle for round 2. Oh. Not great. Fuck. I mean, it's not gonna... It wouldn't have killed me even if it went to 5, but... Yeah, it's time to swap out back to our good old Creamsicle. And also, it's time for us to spin the prize wheel yet again. Look, it doesn't help that we battled a bunch of Pokemon in a row that have used Fury Attack. That definitely hasn't helped, but I'm not... Can't say I'm happy about this. Go broke. Alright, that means that as soon as the battle's over, we gotta go back to a Pokemart. And we gotta spend all our money until we have none left. So, yeah, that is the curse of our prize wheel landing on Go Broke. Thank God. Thank God it missed that. Fuck you. Fuck you. Alright. What does the prize wheel want from us this time? We'll switch it up, which means that we have to, in the middle of the battle that we are in the middle of right here and now, switch between 3 different Pokemon on our team, which is unfortunate because that gives our opponent more of a chance to continue performing crits on us than if we had just, you know, stayed with Creamsicle and finished the battle with him. But, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, of all the possible things our prize wheel could land on, this is actually not necessarily the worst. I'm going to swap to Tortellini first. It helps that Beedrill's attack stat has been lowered, so we're kind of safe. I'm going to swap to Cinnabon next, and then I will close out with Blueberry. Yeah, I think it's probably for the best that I swap out to Blueberry, because I just want that extra little bit of defensive padding that will ensure I survive whatever it is that Beedrill decides to strike me with next. If I don't crit on this... God, I was about to say, like, oh man, if I don't crit on this, I'm gonna just leap for joy, but I guess your boy is not leaping for joy today. Let's spin that wheel. 1, 2, and 3. Fuck truckin' fuck nuts. We're doing another shot of hot sauce. I don't think we've had this many hot sauce shots in a single stream so far. I don't know how to feel about that. Alright. There we go. Not as much of a mess this time. I mean, it's still a mess in my mouth. Whoa. I put out a YouTube short of me doing the not that sound, the sound a little while back. Didn't do super well. Apparently people didn't want to watch me get saucy with hot sauce, which is what the short was titled. All right. Goodbye, Beedrill. Wow, everyone on my team got XP from that. And I agree, by the way, that was a total waste of time. All right. Let's see. I want to see who I can capture in this route over here, and I think Tortellini will probably be for the best, because I think it'll be able to weaken him up sufficiently. Now, I just need to hope we get someone new. Oh, Spearow. Interesting. I wasn't really anticipating that we'd encounter another Spearow. I'm not really upset, because I kind of wanted to, like, honestly really get a chance to... I didn't really get a chance to really kind of use Spearow to his fullest potential last time, so... I'm not super upset that we're encountering him again, but I don't necessarily know how much we're going to use Spearow on our team, because I've already committed to using Creamsicle. Of course, I've committed to using our starter, War Turtle, but, like, I don't really know that we can use a Spearow or a Fearow on our team, considering that they're both another Pokemon that is hurt pretty badly by electric-type moves, so... Yeah, I will still catch it, though, because it's always good to have a reserve of some sort. What do we want to call this guy? You know what? Let's call this guy Tandoori. Ugh, my mouth is still smarting from all the hot sauce from earlier. Yeah, Tandoori, I'm swapping him in, and I am going to swap out Diglett, who died very sadly. I hope you appreciate that little mouth breathing ASMR. It's a treat for you guys, and you guys only. Alright. Man, we managed to save up a lot of money. I feel kind of bad giving it all away, but them's the rules. I guess we can buy more antidotes, right? Let's see here. Antidotes. No, there has to be, like, some other item. If I buy super potions... There we go, and I can probably spend, like, the extra $200. So, 28 super potions. And... a Pokeball. And now I'm going to relieve myself of these items that I just obtained. Okay, we still need to continue to train up Tapioca if we have a good shot at Lieutenant Surge. We also should probably evolve Tortellini so that he becomes a Weeping Bell himself, because that definitely won't hurt matters either. I do want to just see, are there any opportunities for me to use Cut in the area above Nugget Bridge? I don't think so, but let's find out. Oh, there is this tree over here, but it's just to access an area that I already previously accessed when I beat that trainer earlier. And there are no hidden items on the ground. So, I guess that's that. Alright. Back to town. The only other area that we can use cut with is we can exit out of that one... what's it called? We can exit out of the other end of Diglett's Tunnel. Now, the only thing with Diglett's Tunnel is there are a lot of Diglett there, and they can be pretty powerful. We do have 2 Pokemon that completely body them, those Pokemon being Gyarados and Wartortle, but it's not necessarily an amazing spot for some of my other Pokemon to level up in. Hello to BonMe68. Hope that you're having yourself a fine evening on this glorious evening. I mean, it might not be super glorious on your end. On my end, it's not exactly the coldest evening of all time here in Montreal. It's not exactly the most humid evening of all time in Montreal. It kind of just is. And I am okay with that, but, you know, I'd always prefer it if it was a little bit more on the cooler side, because these streams heat up in more ways than one. And when they do, I mean, I always prefer the air around me to cool me. You know what? I'm actually going to put Tortellini at the front of the party for just a little bit. I mean, we could... The thing is that the Diglett in this tunnel no Fury Swipe, so it's not like Creamsicle or Tandoori, for example, are completely immune to their damagings. But I do want to give Tortellini a chance to level up a little bit. So I am indeed doing a Nuzlocke, BonMe68. What I'm doing is what I'm referring to as a critical lock, which is a Nuzlocke run where every single time any Pokemon scores a crit, be it myself or my opponents, I switch over to my Wheel of Criticality, which you can see on screen right here. I spin it, and I subject myself to whatever punishment it requests of me. Perhaps I'll be forced to do some push-ups, although my arm isn't feeling super well this evening. Maybe I'll have to do a hot sauce shot. Maybe I'll have to completely spend all the money I have in the bank, or bench a Pokemon for 30 minutes, not go to a Pokemon Center until I get another critical hit, drop 5 items randomly from my bag, or draw a Pokemon from memory. All sorts of fun stuff can happen. Many of it injurious to myself and or my game, but certainly none of it is not entertaining to you, the viewers. At least I hope so. And thank you, by the way, for the follow. Much appreciated. I don't love that he's doing dig, but the good news is that because he's using dig, I can safely switch into Tandoori. No, I can't. Fuck. I forgot about Arena Trap. Okay. I think I need to think things out a little bit more strategically here. Thankfully, that dig didn't kill me. But yeah, I think I actually should probably have somebody else at the front of the party for this little section. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and I'll forget Rat for the time being because I barely use Rat, but eventually I'll probably learn Sunspore, and I'll have to figure out if I want to remove something for that. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's switch Creamsicle to the front of the party for the time being. If I had a repel on me, I actually would probably just use it here. Considering that there are quite a few Diglett that can run up and try and fight us, but I think I'll be okay. Okay. I remember, the thing about this cave is, if I remember correctly, they like literally made it as long as it would be if you walked directly on the map from Vermilion City to like just south of Pewter City, which I think, like, I get the point that they were trying to make, that like this is like a really long, very kind of true to life tunnel, but I feel like they could have shortened it for a little bit. So I've been streaming Banh Mi since 2019. By the way, I hope that I'm getting your name's pronunciation correct. Although, even though I have been streaming for 2019, I haven't really been doing Pokemon streaming stuff since then. Back when I first started out, I figured, you know what, let me be a variety streamer, let me stream all sorts of things. And I think long term, while I had some fun playing some games in that manner, I feel like a lot of people just didn't really kind of know what to expect coming into my streams. And so in 2021 until early 2022, I actually was a cooking streamer. I streamed myself making all manner of cool stuff from my kitchen. That stuff was a lot of fun, and you can go and find archives of those streams on my channel. However, preparing them and doing them was just very strenuous, and I just got to a point where it was just like, this is just too much. I feel like this is sapping too much of my livelihood. And so a couple of months ago, I figured, you know what? I've been meaning to replay a lot of these old Pokemon games that I have not played in a while. What if, much like the Marvel TV series of the same name, I went and did some Nuzlocke challenges of them old Pokemon games, because I'm pretty knowledgeable when it comes to the Pokemon metas. Oh shit, it is critical hit time. Let's go ahead and let's bring in the prize wheel of criticality. And so I figured, you know, it would be a fun little way for me to get back into the swing of things while doing something that I love, you know? Oh, fuck. First time that I'm streaming for a new guest in quite some time, and I completely messed up the wheel spin. I pre-spin it a little bit just to make sure I don't accidentally end up landing on the same spots over and over again. Alright, we're gonna spin it now. Ooh, look at that. It landed on no center. Hold on, I'm just gonna realign the position of the wheel a little bit. There we go. Which means that for the next little bit, until somebody performs the next critical hit, we cannot go to a Pokemon Center or anything equivalent to that to heal our Pokemon. I've been in quite a few scenarios in the past over prior installments of this Nuzlocke Critical Lock Challenge, where that's actually been pretty devastating, because I really needed to heal from a Pokemon Center, and I did not have the items I needed to keep my Pokemon healthy in the intermedium. But this time around, I think we're going to be okay. But you never know. We could go a very long time without getting nary a chance to get another critical hit in and end the current condition that we're stuck inside of. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Now, I don't recall, is this the house where you get Flash? No, it's not. Ooh, I would actually, if I had an Abra, if I had managed to catch an Abra prior to this in the game, I would actually consider trading him for a Mr. Mime. I have never used a Mr. Mime on any of my main teams in any of the main Pokemon games. I didn't even use like the Galarian Mr. Mime in Gen 8. And you also, you know, because of the circumstances in which I'm playing this game, I can't evolve that Abra all the way into an Alakazam. So I would have definitely taken Mr. Mime, even though he doesn't have fairy typing at this point. What other games am I looking to play through? So after I complete Pokemon LeafGreen, I am most likely gonna move on to... Ooh, this guy's gonna give me a reward. Yes, I have. Why, thank you. So yeah, I'm most definitely going to move on to playing a Gen 4 game after this. I'm undecided on what game I want it to be. Pokemon Platinum has the most content of the kind of Diamond, Pearl, Platinum trilogy of games, but I also have never played Pearl before. And I know that the differences between it and Diamond are very superficial, but it would be cool to play Pearl just so I can kind of go out on a limb and say, hey, you know, your boy has played every single game from that trilogy. I'm also probably going to want to play Pokemon Heart Gold and or Soul Silver at some point, because I've never even played those before. And I also, at some point in the future, will want to do a, like, Nuzlocke Critical Lock challenge of, like, the older pre-Gen 3 Pokemon games. So, like, Firered, not Firered, but the original Pokemon Red, and the original Pokemon Gold and Silvers. It would also be fun to do, like, a Critical Lock challenge of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness as well. I played Pokemon Coliseum way back in the day, and I have unfortunately never been able to play not Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD. So it would be fun to play that game with Critical Lock rules. That might actually be really challenging, because the amount of Pokemon that you get in that game are very specific and very limited, as are your opportunities to kind of level up in the wild using them. But that could also be really fun too. I'm going to swap to Tenduri for a little bit. So yeah, I'm definitely going to play up until Gen 5. I'm definitely going to play Pokemon Black and White 2, or White and Black 2, or whatever I should so choose to play when I get to that point. Ooh, nice. I mean, I don't think that would have hit anyways, but also I probably... thankfully, it seems like Fury Attack is going to take him out, but generally I don't want to use those, like, multi-hit moves all that much on this run, because the more of those moves are used, the more of an opportunity Pokemon have to perform critical hits. There was a trainer I was battling earlier who had a Beedrill that kept using Fury Attack, and that resulted in a lot of critical hits that I really didn't need. I had to take a lot of shots of hot sauce, so yeah, thank you, Bonmi. I appreciate it. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with Peck right now. Unfortunately, this guy is really out to lower my attack, which is not great. I don't love that. I'm having a lot of fun with Firered. I will say, like, there are some ways in which Firered is, you know, a little bit more of a dated experience than you remember it being, and not just because it's a, you know, a remake of an old Game Boy game, but there are just some weird moments in it. There's the moment that I just passed just a few minutes prior in the game where you have to speak to the old sea captain of the SSN in order to get the TM, not the TM, the HM for cut. And when you do so, the way that you get the HM for cut is he's, like, keeled over at this garbage pail. He's barfing into it. He's feeling really bad, really seasick, and you have to, and this is true, I'm not making this up, you have to pat him on the back. Not pat him on the back, you rub his back. And, like, especially considering that I'm playing as a female avatar this time around, it was one of those moments of, like, ooh, this is not great. Also not great is the fact that this guy did magnitude 10 on me, but thankfully I'm pretty defensively oriented. So yeah, there are weird little moments like that. I also found, like, the opening hours of the game are, like, weirdly, like, almost... I know that a lot of Pokemon fans sort of disdain the often hand-holdy nature of these games, but I found the opening hours of this game, like, kind of not hand-holdy to a fault. I was really expecting that the game would start up with some character being like, hey, it's time for you to, you know, enter into the world of Pokemon now. Not like the little speech that Professor Oak gives at the very beginning, but, like, I was expecting your mom to come upstairs and be like, hey, time for you to go and catch Pokemon. She doesn't even do that. You don't even, as far as I can tell, you can go through the entire game without needing to talk to your mom. Which shocked me, to be perfectly honest. The way I see it, your parents in them Pokemon games, they might not play a very critical part in your overall development as a Pokemon trainer. That may not play a particularly large part in terms of the game's overall narrative, but they're important. And the fact that you can literally go through this entire game without talking to your parents is bizarre to me, to be perfectly frankly honest. And I know that, you know, again, they were still figuring out what the Pokemon games needed to be, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and heal up because we got that one. Wait a minute, hold on a second. I'm trying to remember right here, right now. We got the critical hit that resulted in no centers, which means we can't use a Pokemon Center. Sorry, it's just I have gotten so many crits thus far on this particular stream that I was struggling to remember if we had gotten another critical hit since the critical hit that resulted in us not being able to heal at Pokemon Centers. So I needed to just briefly kind of correct myself for a moment there. Okay, we need to continue to train up our team a little bit. Blueberry and Creamsicle are fine. Not only are they sufficiently powerful, but like we're not really going to use them a whole lot in the Lieutenant Surge battle. Same thing with Tandoori and Cinnabon. The two Pokemon that we do need to level up are Tortellini and Tapioca. Tapioca, we really need to level him up because we need to teach him a move that's worth a damn. Right now, all he has are Cut, Defense Curl, Sand Attack, and Poison Sting, and he didn't even know Cut. I taught that to him because he previously only had Scratch. Whew. Banmi says, your character gets a Pokemon and can just ditch their parent for the rest of their life. It's fucked up. At least, you know, in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, for example, your character will, you know, speak with their parent before they go off on their adventures, so at least there's like a final little goodbye there, even if they never speak to them again. But in this game, you don't even get to do that. Now, it's not exactly great that Tortellini is not fully healed up, but thankfully Tapioca is still pretty healed up, so I'm going to put him at the front of the party for the time being. It probably will not be worthwhile for us to travel through Rock Tunnel at this point, even though we do have access to Flash. That being said, it might still be worth going in there on the off chance that we might be able to catch an Onyx or like a Geodude. If we can catch one of those two Pokemon, we might actually really be able to turn the tides in the upcoming battle with Lieutenant Surge, so I think it might be worth, at the very least, seeing if we can get to the nearby Pokemon Center. Oh, here we go. Critical hit, which means that from here on out, we can go back to healing at Pokemon Centers, but we now have to spin the prize wheel of criticality yet again. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, drop 5. That means that once we get out of this battle, we got to draw 5 items that are currently resting in our bag. We have quite a few items built up in our bag now, but earlier on in the game, this was actually pretty devastating because I did not have a lot of stuff, and I especially did not have a lot of potions, which I had to drop. Yeah, I'll just keep him in for a Weedle. I'm actually wondering if I just decide to make a beeline to the Pokemon Center near Rock Tunnel, am I going to encounter a lot of trainers on the road there? Because I would consider doing that rather than traveling all the way back to Cerulean City, if I gotta be honest. But I feel like there might be a lot of trainers, and that might be a little bit difficult. So I don't know. The good thing about Tapioca, the Sandshrew, is that even though he doesn't have access to a lot of great moves at his disposal, his defense stat very solid. Previously, I had a Diglett on my team who died earlier on in the stream, and that guy got just so easily taken out. Like, he was basically, he had the defense stat equivalent of a piece of wet paper. So I'm happy that Tapioca can actually hold his own a little bit. You know, I'm going to actually swap out to Creamsicle for this one. That's what I'm trying to figure out, Bonmi. And earlier on in the stream, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? All right, I'm going to swap out to Blueberry for this one. Earlier on in the stream, I said that, you know what? I'm not going to look up right away what move he learns, what level he learns his next ground type move at. But you know what? You know what? We spent quite a bit of time in the stream thus far. We have not seen any returns. I'm actually going to look it up right now. Now, this is going to take me a quick little second because we're going to have to specifically look up what Sandshrews level up moves looked like back in Gen 3, because we are playing a Gen 3 game and not like a Gen 8 game. Oh, we're in a new route. I'm going to do my best to avoid the grass over there. All right, I'm on the Bulbapedia page for Sandshrew. Where are we? Here we go. All right, Gen 3. So, at level 1, he knows Scratch. At level 6, he learns Defense Curl. Level 11, he learns his first type, his first ground type move, albeit not an attacking one, Sand Attack. Level 17, he learns Poison Sting. And then at level 23, he learns Slash, which is not a ground type move, unfortunately, but is a pretty decently powerful normal type move. Level 30, he learns Swift, a little bit weird. At level 37, he learns Fury Swipes. At level 45, Bonmi, he learns his first and only naturally occurring ground type attacking move, the one and only Sand Tomb, which has a base power of 15. So yeah, this is Sandshrew and Sandslash, the definition of Pokemon that you kind of want to teach TMs and HMs to, so that they're actually able to, you know, really do a damn. Unfortunately, one of the problems with doing a Nuzlocke run is you aren't able to get a whole lot of Pokemon, because you can only catch the first Pokemon that you encounter on every route in the game. So we're not really able to get a lot of the cool items that we can possibly get from these Professor Oak aids. Now, here's the thing. An Everstone wouldn't be super useful. If he had been offering like an Eviolite, that actually would be kind of useful, but no Eviolites in this generation. I guess we might as well take our chances and see what we can get out of the grass over here. I suspect, I have a bad feeling it's probably going to be a Pokemon we already have and don't need, but we might as well add to our option. Oh! Look at that, ladies and gentlemen, Voltorb. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I don't think that Voltorb knows how to use Self-Destruct at this level. Voltorb and Electrode, both known for Self-Destruct and Explosion, but I think we're okay at this level. I know Baltoy, the ground Psychic-type Pokemon from Gen 3, he's known for learning Self-Destruct at a very early level, and I got fucked over by that during my Pokemon Emerald run. But Voltorb, not quite the same. Now, I'm actually kind of excited to catch Voltorb because the last time that I caught myself a Voltorb, it was in my Pokemon Emerald Cross Nuzlocke. And that Voltorb, I caught him. I was initially kind of disappointed because I was kind of hoping it would be a Magnemite, which is a much better Pokemon, both offensively and defensively. But that Voltorb, the Electrode he evolved into, ended up, like, carrying me throughout most of that adventure. He was, like, in the top 2 strongest Pokemon I had on my team at the end of the game. Sadly, he perished fighting Drake of the Elite Four. But I mean, of any Pokemon to lose to, like Drake of the Elite Four's Kingdra, that's a solid Pokemon to lose to. That's a totally acceptable one to die to. We got to nickname this guy. And if anybody has any suggestions, let me know. We are specifically naming our Pokemon after food items. And immediately I thought, what if we call this guy Cherry? But when he evolves into an Electrode, he is going to flip upside down and he's going to look more white than red. So I'm wondering if maybe I should name him something else. Croissant. Alright, sure, I like it. That's a good suggestion, Bonmi. Ooh, he accidentally got put in the RIP box. I was not planning on doing so. You know what? Now that we're here, let's go ahead and let's live up to the promise of today's stream. As you can see, the title of today's stream was Eating My First Ever Big Papa Pickle, and that's right now exactly what we are going to do. Let's go ahead and let's bring out the main protagonist of today's show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alexander Kazina, and today, per the promise of my stream, I am going to be eating Van Holten's Big Papa Pickle. Now, I talked about this bad boy at the beginning of the stream. This is an American delicacy that I have heard whispers of over the years, over on Discord servers, over on American podcasts, that I have always been personally very intrigued by. You know that your boy Cozy loves a pickle. You know that your boy Cozy loves all things green, hence the slight green mood lights behind me. I gotta add more mood lights though, because it's a little bit on the faint side. And you better believe that I was excited to try this out, because look, we're all used to buying pickles that are out of those like big, just garish tubs, but have you ever had a pickle that is inside of a portable bag, which unfortunately you can't see it because it just goes out of frame, but like, oh wait, hold on a sec. You know what I can do is I can actually bring in my top-down camera view to show you what it is that I am currently trying to demonstrate. It's in a bag that will stand up on its own. Like, it's one thing if it's just in a bag and it's just sitting on the shelf like that. This bag will stand up on its own. What fucking wizardry did they come up with to allow this? This should be unethical, but oh man, I'm telling you right here and right now, this is all perfectly legal in my book, which is why we are going to be indulging in our Big Papa Hearty Dill Pickle for the first time. As we can see on the packaging, it says one portly pickle. It's a little bit hard to see over there. And indeed, as you can imagine, it says made in the USA, contents, one pickle. They really want to let you know that it is just one pickle, I guess, so that you don't get sued or whatever. Notable about this, no refrigeration needed. You don't need to refrigerate this thing at all, which is actually how I got it when I purchased it at my super secret, super fun Euro Market repository for all sorts of fun international foods here in Montreal. Nutritional facts, about 7 servings per container. Serving size of 1 ounce, aka 28 grams, aka about 1/7 of a pickle. I don't really know why they're specifically using 1/7 of a pickle as management. Calories, 0, which is a little bit surprising to me. You would think that something like a pickle, which is, you know, covered in salt and vinegar and all sorts of other seasonings, would, you know... Oh, hey, Casey! Nice of you to tune in. I'm happy, my good sir, that you did not miss the pickle. Oh, man. Let's get right into this. You have impeccable timing, my man. All right. I'm going to try to get as good of a camera view of this as possible. I'm going to try my damn hardest to make sure I don't spill any of this on my keyboard, but mistakes will happen. Mistakes will happen. Who will... Oh, okay, well, a little bit of pickle juice is leaking out. It is very pickly, which I'm very satisfied with, but good news is that it hasn't spilt on my keyboard yet. Oh, no. You know what I'm going to do to prevent myself from having one hell of a disaster? I'm going to actually slurp up a little bit of them pickle juice right off the front so I don't accidentally squeeze any more of it out onto my shorts. Thankfully, these shorts are a few days old, so nothing too bad to cry about. Ooh, it's a little bit... Yeah, I would not recommend just drinking the pickle juice like straight off the top like that. You know what I need? I feel a little bit bad saying this because I feel like a real man would just be able to tear open this pickle thingy by himself without the need of any additional instruments, but I really do feel like I need a pair of scissors. So I'm going to put this very daintily down onto my desk, and I'm going to trust that it doesn't spill over into my keyboard. If it does, my stream will abruptly cut out, and I will try my best not to cry for the rest of the night. Give me just 1 second. The good news is I have 2 pairs of scissors, literally like right within earshot of where I was sitting, so I didn't have to go rooting around too long to find them. Alright. And here we go. Let's cut. And there we go. Our Pickle Papa is now fully opened. Look at that. Look at that baby. Look at this baby. Alright. I'm going to do my best to reach inside and grab our Big Papa Hearty Dill Pickle. Ooh. This thing is, alright, so initial impression, this thing is actually way softer than I was anticipating it to be. I feel like in my mind, pickles are like obviously, you know, they've been brined for a while. They've been, you know, sitting in their, you know, pickly amniotic fluid for a little while, but they're supposed to be nice and firm. This is actually a little bit on the softer side, which I wasn't anticipating, but obviously that has, you know, not necessarily any bearing on its flavor. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up a little bit more. You can use your imagination as to what this looks like. And without further ado, I mean, there's not really a whole lot left for us to do right here and right now, other than take a bite out of crime and a bite out of this pickle. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow, that is a... I have so many thoughts right now. Thought number 1. I was not anticipating there to be so much juice inside the pickle. Like, this thing is bursting with pickle juice. I was really concerned for a second that we were going to have a pickle explosion all over my desk, but thankfully that did not happen. Thought number 2, this was really hard to bite into. I was anticipating, again, that this would be a real tough gherkin, but I really had to, like, just tear at it to get that big bite out of it. Number 3, it's pretty delicious. Like, I want to say this right here and right up front, that this was a good pickle, but it is, like, way more powerful and way more, I don't know what it is, but, like, spicy of a taste. Not spicy, spiced, S-P-I-C-E-D of a taste than I was anticipating. I thought this would just be like a plain Jane pickle, but oh no, this is, when they say one portly pickle, they mean one extravagant, unusual pickle, because this took me by surprise. Let's go ahead and let's get another bite into this bad boy. There is so much juice in this. What the hell is going on? I am shocked that this thing has supposedly no calories in it, because I feel like I'm eating through something that, like, I feel like I'm eating through, like, the food equivalent of uranium, where it's like, oh, how bad can this be? Oh, it'll just give you 1 million calories per bite. Ooh. This was an intense experience. I thought, you know, this is my return to doing, you know, taste test foods here on Kozibear Live. I thought this would be fun, cool, but like, pretty nondescript return to doing so, taking a big bite out of a Big Papa pickle. But this really knocked me on my ass. Jesus. Just have a few more bites. Let's go ahead and let's finish this sucker off. No. All right, I think I'm beginning to get a little bit fed up with the pickle, but I don't have a lot left, so I just gotta get through the rest of this bad boy, and I should be okay. All right, last bite. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know something. Since I started doing this critical lock challenge, where every single time someone scores a critical hit, I gotta spin my wheel of criticality and do push-ups and hot sauce shots and imperil my Pokemon team within the Pokemon game I'm playing, I've had to do all sorts of shit. Shit that has made me physically and mentally unwell. Shit that I would wish upon no other Pokemon video game player on the worldwide internet. But this Big Papa hearty pickle was too much. It was too much, and I would never wish this upon anyone ever again. I'm gonna pull back the curtains a little bit here. When I purchased this hearty pickle monstrosity, I actually got two other pickles from the same brand. One of which was like a super sour pickle, and the other which was like a super shitty pickle. I have no clue. My original plan was that I would actually try those two out on Thursday stream. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna postpone those, and I'm gonna have something that I think will be a little bit more tasty on Thursday's stream instead, because I'm probably good for a month after having this. This was intense, but I can't say I didn't ask for it, so I suppose I have nobody else to blame but myself. Whew. Casey, I hope that you got what you wanted from that. Because I certainly don't know if I got what I wanted from that. Alright, I'm going to try my best to return to some semblance of normalcy on this stream, but I don't even know if that's possible. I did just capture a Voltorb in the stream just north of here, and I actually should add him to the party. Cinnabon, the Beedrill, he's not really gonna have many more opportunities from here on out to shine, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna deposit him in the box. I'm gonna swap in Croissant, the Voltorb. Thanks again to Bon Me for giving me the nickname suggestion. Ooh. And I was like, really... Oh, see you later, BonMe68. I'm glad that you got to see the great pickleization of the year of our Lord 2022. Earlier on in the stream, when I was doing shot of hot sauce after shot of hot sauce, I was really concerned. I was like, oh man, is this going to really fuck up my kind of pickle eating experience? I did not anticipate that the pickle eating experience would be far worse than anything that I had to down during my hot sauce segments. Fucking Christ, that was too much. Ooh, Pikachu. This is actually, even though we can potentially get paralyzed, this is still a Pokemon that we want to battle using Tapioca, because Tapioca won't be able to take too much damage. Slime did a little bit of damage there, but we should be okay. Oh, look at that. And that wasn't even a crit. That was just damage range. Here we go. We need to get if we get 3 more levels, we'll be able to learn Slash. And once we learn how to use Slash, we should, I'd say, more or less be able to completely stand up to Lieutenant Surge. I don't remember what levels Lieutenant Surge's Pokemon are going to be at. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think they're like around like the 25 range. You know what, this might turn into a bit of a war of attrition, and if they do put me to sleep, I think it probably would be the best course of action for me to poison them. Yeah. Wow, that did a lot of damage. I don't think I'm going to want to keep Tortellini out for the rest of the battle. You know what? Tapioca can probably finish him off, so let's go ahead and let's do that. Here we go. Poor Clefairy. I wonder, like, what the logic is behind the AI using Follow Me, because I feel like the AI uses Follow Me quite often when I'm in the middle of single battles in these Pokemon games, and I wonder, like, does it consider Follow Me, like, does it, like, register Follow Me, which is a normal type move, as, like, a normal type attacking move, and that's why it, like, repeatedly uses it over and over? It's like, oh, it's a normal type attacking move. Clefairy's normal type in this gen. So I'm going to have him use Follow Me on the off chance that this will do a lot of damage, and of course that damage never comes. Alright. We're not going to go all the way to Lavender Town, but we are going to explore Rock Tunnel just a little bit so that we can get ourselves an Onyx. We are not going to flash just yet because... well, fuck, I guess we're not getting an Onyx. I was really hoping that we'd get ourselves an Onyx and not another Pokemon that's weak towards Lieutenant Surge. A Pokemon that died very tragically quite some time ago, I should add. But I guess this is where we're at. Fuck. I don't... There is a very real chance that we might actually miss out on being able to capture this Zubat. I'm going to try to do my best to weaken this guy up with Poison Sting, but I think we might not be able to get this one. After this, we need to go back to, oh, critical hit time. Let's go ahead and let's spin the wheel of criticality. 1, 2, and 3. Dealer's choice. Ladies and gentlemen, dealer's choice means that your boy Kozi gets to choose what he wants to do once he exits battle. You know what? Considering how much I talked about it earlier, let's do a shot of hot sauce. I'm curious if having all this pickle juice sloshing around in my body will actually affect the taste of the hot sauce, so let's do that. Oh, and also, I completely forgot, it completely slipped my mind. After this battle, we actually got to go into my Pokemon bag, and we got to drop 5 items that I currently have on hand, because earlier on, the prize wheel landed on drop 5, which means that we got to do so. So, after this battle, we are going to drop 5 items, and we are going to do a hot sauce shot. I'm not exactly happy about capturing a Zubat here. I would have much preferred an Onyx, but certainly it doesn't hurt to have another Zubat on our team. Alright, if anybody has any suggestions of what I should name this guy, by all means, let me know. I've been naming all of my Pokemon in my stream thus far off of food items. I was about to say Cinnamon, but we already have a Beedrill called Cinnabon. How about... Would it be a little bit much to call him grape soda? I feel like that would be a little bit much. I think the last Zubat I had was called Pinot Noir. But is it a little bit trite for me to like also name him like a wine themed name? I was about to say Klondike, like a Klondike bar, but I don't feel like that really works out all that much. Ratatouille? No, you want to save that one for like a rat Pokemon. You know what? Let's call this guy, I don't know why in my right mind I thought of it. I'm gonna call this guy Parmesan. You know why? I bet it's because, of course, a very popular Italian dish is the eggplant Parmesan. And, of course, eggplants, a very notable food for being purple. Okay. Let's see here. Right. We gotta drop 5 items from our bag, as previously promised. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna toss an escape rope. Burn heal, we have not had many uses for them just yet, so we're gonna toss one of those. Let's see, paralyzed heal. I feel bad about it, I'm gonna toss one of those, so we got 3 items down. Awakening, I'm gonna toss one of those. 4, and let's see if there's anything in the berry case. Ooh, let's go ahead and let's... What should we toss? You know what, let's toss ourselves a cherry berry. There we go. 5 items have been tossed, and now, per our previous promise, let's go ahead and let's do ourselves another hot sauce shot. Ugh. Ugh. I need to wear a bib for myself when I'm doing these things. Hey! Slow_Nova. You certainly picked the time to follow me. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Ugh. I would have liked to have been able to thank you while the cells in my throat still worked, but... Oh, shit. Here we go. But truly, thank you. Thank you so much for the hot sauce shot. No, wait a minute. What am I saying? I'm not thanking you for the hot sauce shot. I'm thanking you for the follow. Whew. I did not anticipate running into and battling this trainer, but thankfully, my entire team is still pretty intact, so we should be okay. Whew. Fuck, that was a lot of damage. Oh, payday. It's too bad that he didn't catch a Meowth earlier, because I actually would have gotten a lot of mileage out of using payday, considering that I'm constantly relieving myself of all the money that I have in my wallet. Let's see here. Tortellini. You're going to the front. Ooh, and we have the perfect trainer for you to battle. And look at that, we got ourselves a burn heal to make up for the burn heal that we dropped earlier. I'm gonna... Once I'm able to safely do so, I'm just gonna travel back to Cerulean City, and I'm going to sell the star piece that I have in my bag and just buy some new items. Ooh, here we go, Onyx time. Unfortunately, I don't think this will be enough experience points to level up all the way to level 19, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. Yeah. Only halfway there, which is still pretty good. Man, I feel like there are a lot of things that are very kind of characteristic of the Gen 1 Pokemon games. Having routes just be completely inundated with these like little like what do you call them, like ledges, is like such a hallmark of Gen 1. Like, holy crap, they are everywhere. And this isn't even like the ledgiest route. There are like ledgier routes out there. Look at that. I was really beginning to like worry for a second there, like, man, Tortellini is not really leveling up a lot recently. Am I gonna, you know, run into any problems? But look at that. You just got to battle 2 hikers in a row and you are A-okay. I could probably also grind up a little bit in Rock Tunnel as well, actually, if I really want to. Oh. Machop isn't exactly a great Pokemon for Tortellini to fight, but you could say the same about Machop and Bellsprout. Oh, Seismic Toss. That's not good. For this one, I'm just going to swap in Blueberry. Yeah, we are not going to give him the chance. Excuse me. Goodbye. Oh, fuck. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold the freaking phone. Hold the freaking phone. I just realized something. This entire time I've been like, oh man, what TM moves could I possibly teach to poor Sandshrew? Sandshrew doesn't have any great moves at his disposal. I'm pretty certain that Sandshrew can learn Dig. I'm pretty certain that that's the case, ladies and gentlemen. Meaning, why have I not done that so far? Now, hold on. Just before... Hold your horses. Just before I teach him how to use Dig, I do just want to check something real quick. We know that he does not know how to learn Dig via level up. That's something I'm double checking right now, and I can confirm that to be the case. But does Sandslash learn Dig by level up? Because if Sandslash does learn Dig by level up, then I think I might hold off until he eventually evolves into a Sandslash at level 22. What? I was not aware of the fact that Sandshrew evolves into Sandslash at level 22. What? What? I am legitimately flabbergasted right now. I knew that, like, it wouldn't take Sandshrew forever to evolve into Sandslash, but level 22? Are you kidding me? Hold on a sec. Let me just... Before I make a big mistake, I'm just gonna heal up Tortellini a little bit. I was under the impression that he evolved into Sandslash at like level 34, like something like really egregious. Level 22, that's in like a level or two. Ladies and gentlemen, oh boy, things are about to heat the fuck up. And I think that your boy, Lieutenant Surge, might need to watch his back, one could say. Yeah, I don't know why. I really thought that he evolved into Sandslash at like level like 30 or something, 34. But 22, that is fantastic. I am real looking forward to this. And we'll have ourselves a Weeping Bell at the same time. Oh, this is gonna be real clutch. But let's go ahead and let's check. Okay, so it seems like after he evolves, no, he does not learn how to use Dig, which means that we still have the license to teach him how to use Dig if we should so choose to. So that's nice. Hey, Dipper Pines 3H. I don't know if that's Dipper Pines 3 hours or just 3H. Either way, to answer your question, a critical lock is a modified version of a Pokemon Nuzlocke run, where it's all the normal Nuzlocke rules. Also, I have hot sauce on my shirt that I did not previously see. I will have to wipe that up at some point in the future. It's a Nuzlocke challenge where every single time somebody performs a critical hit, I have to bring in my wheel of criticality, which you can see on screen right here and right now, and spin it and enact upon myself whatever punishment it lands on. That punishment might be doing shots of hot sauce, it might be doing multiple push-ups in a row, maybe it'll be me dropping items in whatever Pokemon game I'm playing, or getting rid of all the money that I currently have on hand, or benching one of my Pokemon for 30 seconds. Basically, a crit happens in the game and I have to perform some sort of weird punishment to make my challenge even harder. Oh man, it's... most of the time, Dipper, it's not that bad, but there are some moments that have happened thus far in the Nuzlocke run where there have been just critical hit after 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 critical hit, and it's really ground my gears, but it's still been pretty fun, all things considered. First things first, we're going to the Pokemon Center, we're healing our team. Second things second, we're going to the Pokemart, we're selling our star piece, and we are buying some new items to potentially help offset the coming challenge of the Vermilion City Gym. And then number 3, we are teaching Sandshrew how to learn Dig. Is there a naming theme, as in the nicknames I'm giving to my Pokemon? There is. All of my Pokemon are being named after foods. Excuse me. Before I did this Nuzlocke challenge that I'm in the middle of, I did a Pokemon Emerald Cross Nuzlocke run, and when I did that, I made it so that all my Pokemon were named after Bionicles, which was a lot of fun. The only problem there is that although I am like very knowledgeable when it comes to the world of Bionicle, there were more than a few times where I had to look up some names because I'm like, what's a good name for like a water Pokemon named after a Bionicle? And it wasn't immediately coming to me, so yeah. I figured this time around it would just be simpler and easier if I just kept it at food items, because you can just, you know, rattle plenty of food items off the top of your head, no problem. Alright, and there we go. That's taken care of, which means that it's time, at long last, for us to teach our beloved Sandshrew how to use Dig. Oh, interesting. So Blueberry can use Dig as well. I thought he had to evolve all the way into a Blastoise to use it. Yeah, it's tortellini, tapioca, croissant, tandoori, creamsicle, and blueberry. I actually had another... Bellsprout on my team earlier who is called Rigatoni, who unfortunately tragically perished. And I also have a third Bellsprout in my Pokemon box called Pene. So we have lots of Italian-themed Pokemon to go around. Alright. We gotta get this guy to level 21, and we gotta get this guy to level 22. So yeah, probably better to just stick around and grind near Rock Tunnel. I actually don't really know what the rest of the Pokemon look like that you can catch in the patches of grass around here. So let's actually go and explore these grass patches a little bit. Yeah, it's it's definitely been way more Bellsprouts than I wanted. I was very happy when I caught my first Bellsprout, because at that point in time, literally the only two Pokemon on my team were Creamsicle and Blueberry. Blueberry being the Wartortle and Creamsicle being the Gyarados, but at the time Creamsicle was only a Magikarp. And so I was like dying for a new Pokemon that I could add to my team to help even the odds a little bit. And I was really happy when I caught my first Bellsprout, because not only was it a Pokemon that I kind of wanted, because, you know, it can eventually evolve into like a nice, powerful little third form Pokemon. But also in addition to that, it was a Pokemon that, you know, being grass type, would be super effective against Misty's gym, which I was en route to challenge at that point in the game. But then after that point, I caught another Bellsprout, and then I caught another Bellsprout, and the third Bellsprout, Pene, that was pretty frustrating because I caught him on the same route where you can catch Slowpoke in Gen 3, and I don't necessarily know that I would have used Slowpoke until the end of the game, but Slowpoke and Slowbro, two favorites of mine, they, you know, have access to a pretty wide move pool. It kind of sucked that I wasn't able to get my hands on either of them. I don't love the selection of Pokemon in this patch of grass. I'm actually going to go to where we caught Voltorb earlier, because I think we will have slightly better luck over there. I do know we can use the VS Seeker if we want to. We probably should consider doing that, actually, if we want to get a little bit more of a leg up. You know what? I'll synergize a little bit here. I'm going to swap out to Tapioca and have Tapioca defeat this guy with Vine Whip. Goodbye. It's not a whole lot of experience points, though. You know what? I think I should probably actually just keep Bellsprout to the front of the party for this point, and just have him level up so that he can reach level 21 and have that over with. I think that will probably be for the best. And there we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna swap Tortellini to the front, get him to level 21, and then I will switch back to Tapioca. We could also go into Rock Tunnel, actually. There will probably be some pretty good experience point opportunities in there if we need to. We are almost leveled up, though. Oh, there we go! Level 21. Ladies and gentlemen, say goodbye to Tortellini the Bellsprout, and say hello to Tortellini the Weeping Bell. It's pretty sad because the last Weeping Bell we had, he would have survived, but he ended up actually dying fighting the third rival battle with Gary. I forget that in this game, the game throws all the rival battles at you without really kind of giving you any heads-up time. Typically, that's not how it is in these here Pokemon games, but in this game, they really try to kind of throw you for a loop. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try my luck inside Rock Tunnel. I have a feeling. I got a feeling. Ooh, that we'll get some good experience points in here. I know I said earlier that I wouldn't bother with using Flash right now, but just so that visually this is a little bit more interesting for you guys at home, I'm actually going to teach Croissant the Voltorb how to use Flash. Because, yeah, Charge, kind of useful, but Tackle, Screech... Actually, you know what? All four of these moves, kind of worthwhile, in fact. I feel like it's unlikely that I'm going to use, like, Charge and then Electric-type move strategies, actually, so... You know what? I will remove Charge for the time being and just teach him Flash. I know some people might disagree with me in me making that decision, but we got a stream to get onto, so... Well, I completely forgot that in this gen, Flash completely illuminated everything around you. This is fantastic. So yeah, previously I was really hoping that I'd be able to get my hands on a Geodude or an Onyx. Obviously that didn't happen. Oh shit. Guys. Oh, fuck. Oh, no! fucking Christ. Fucking shit on a shit dick Christ. Fuck! This game is seriously out to prevent me from getting any Pokemon on my team that can stand a fucking damn against Lieutenant Surge. This guy, this Electric-type gym leader, I know that it's completely, like, unintentional, that we're fighting a war that he doesn't even know that we're having, but he is fighting this war against me, and his war is making sure that each and every Pokemon on my team that's worth a damn, that can stand up to his Electric-type Pokemon, dies in battle. Fuck! You know what? I just had a crazy idea. I just had, ladies and gentlemen, a crazy, crazy idea. What if I just completely ignored Lieutenant Surge and just went on to the next part of the game? Because Lieutenant Surge is giving me nothing. He is giving me nothing. I have tried so hard to train up so many Pokemon that I can use to take on Lieutenant Surge, and that fucker is not letting me pass. And so I say, you know what? Fuck you. If you're not going to let me pass, if you're not going to let me train up a nice, cool team of Pokemon, then maybe I'll just skip over you for the time being. Maybe I'll just do exactly that. Maybe I'll spend the rest of tonight's stream getting through Rock Tunnel, going to Lavender Town, and taking you on later on. How does that sound, Lieutenant Surge? How does that sound, huh? Huh? Now, I do know that by doing so, I will relinquish my opportunity to be able to use whatever HM beating him allows me to use, but I don't remember what that even is. Fuck, man. Tapioca, why the fuck did you have to go out like that? Like, I know it was my fault. I know it was me not considering that, but, like... Fuck. Oh yeah, now we don't have Cut anymore. Well, it's okay. We can teach somebody else on our team how to use Cut. I'm not too upset. Let's see here. Flash. There we go. Oh man, Onyx, if only you had appeared bright and early on during my takeover of Rock Tunnel, everything would have been right in the world. Everything would have been right in the world, but alas, I had to catch a fucking Zubat again. Goodbye. Speaking of which, I don't think I'm going to use the Zubat in question a whole lot, so I actually should swap Tortellini to the front of the party. Ooh, Cubone. That is an opportunity possibility. I could get my hands on like a Cubone, and I could use Cubone to take on Lieutenant Surge if I really want to, or like a Marowak, I guess. But like, yeah. At this point, you know what? Just to spite Lieutenant Surge, I'm going to go back and I'm going to kill him with my Gyarados. I'm going to super level up my Gyarados to the point where nothing can stop him, and I'm just going to beat him with that. Just to spite that fucker. Goodbye, Slowpoke. I do kind of want to level up my Voltorb a little bit, but he just doesn't know a lot of good moves at this point. Right now, this is going to be... I'm largely just going to focus on leveling up Tanduri, Creamsicle, and Tortellini. Ooh, I might actually... that's something I didn't even consider. I could end up actually running out of power points, which would be not great. Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna focus on battling the wild ones for now. Oh, Rock Smash. I guess that's the TM that we get for beating Lieutenant Surge? I don't know with certainty. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to switch Gyarados to the front of the party for this one. Oh, you draw illustrations of your Pokemon, huh? That definitely doesn't sound creepy at all. Tell me. How much clothes were your Pokemon wearing, Pokemaniac, when you draw them at home? Trick question! Pokemon don't wear clothes to begin with. But you were about to say you draw them with no clothes on, weren't you? Weren't you, huh? Don't lie to me. And there we go. That was a pretty good battle. Nice and one-sided. I feel kind of bad kind of exclusively training the strongest Pokemon on my team at this point, but I just need to do something to kind of make myself happy after the sad events that befell Sandshrew. I'm shocked that Sandshrews Dig... and by the way, now that I taught him how to use Dig, I guess we don't have Dig for the rest of the game. Fucking shit. Might as well have just got rid of it. Goodbye, Oddish. No, actually, we'll probably be a level up, so that's kind of cool. Oh, no, not quite. Oh. I wish I wasn't poisoned right now, because I wanna safely take out Bulbasaur, but, like... yeah, with this poisoning, it's not... oh, shit, critical hit. That's nice. For once. Oh, this might be a crit itself, though. Fuck! I think Tanduri's dead. He's not dead. All right, let's go ahead and let's spin the prize wheel. And pray to God that this Bulbasaur won't magically know how to use the move Pursuit. What is going on? I don't know why, but my prize wheel is really on the fritz these days. Ooh, Dealer's Choice. Dealer's Choice. What do I want to do as Dealer's Choice? Do I want to make my life more difficult? Do I want to do something fun? You know what? Let's do something fun. Let's draw ourselves a Pokemon. We've not drawn any Pokemon thus far on tonight's stream. I figure it's time to change that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to complete this battle, considering we only have one more Pokemon that we got to take down. And then I will go and draw myself a Pokemans. Oh yeah, and I'll make sure to heal up Spearow before I forget to do so, because that would be very bad if I did forget. Yay, 17. Let's see here. I don't have any antidotes, but if I recall correctly, I do have one Pecha Berry. You better thank your lucky stars, Tanduri, that I had that on hand. I mean, I could have repeatedly healed him up and, you know, eventually made my way back to a Pokemon Center, but yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and let's draw ourselves a Pokemon. If anybody in the chat has a suggestion as to what Pokemon I should draw, by all means, let your vote know. If I don't receive any suggestions, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go to Ye Olde Pokemon Randomizer, and I'm going to choose what Pokemon we shall be drawing today. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's bring in our top-down desk camera view. Alright, if there are no takers, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to go to a Pokemon randomizer. Alright, here we go. Who's it going to be? Gothitel. Oh, interesting. Not the Pokemon that I was anticipating that I'd be able to draw tonight, but lo and behold, that indeed is the Pokemon we're going to be drawing tonight. Now, the thing about Gothitel is it's a Pokemon that has a very distinctly humanoid appearance, but with a lot of weird protrusions from it. The thing that I remember about Gothitel is that it has a very round face, and I think that it has kind of like a little cupey, like, pointed thingy on top of it like this. Now, the thing about its face, though, is it has these very distinctive kind of cylindrical horns. You can't really see their cylindricalness from a, like, dead-on angle, but I assure you that they are cylindrical, and that they kind of look like this. I think I got this correct. I can add a little bit of, like, a 3D effect after I draw them, actually. There we go. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw their kind of like cylindricality in like that. Fortunately, I don't have a lot of good ways of like shading these in, but you'll just have to trust that I know what I'm doing here. Now, the thing about Gothitel is it has like a tiny little pursed lip like that. It has two eyes that kind of look baby dollish, but for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to make it so that they look kind of real. You know, I'm gonna add like little like now it looks kind of deranged, but that's not even my intention. I'm gonna go ahead. I remember there's like a large distinctive part of Gothitel's face that's like pink, so I'm gonna just draw those lines over there to indicate that pinkness. And now for Gothitel's body is kind of like a Christmas tree in that it's triangular, but there are a bunch of like ridges along the body like this. So you got, and I'm going to go out on a limb. I think that there are like 3 like that. Now, I don't remember what Gothitel's feet look like, but I'm going to go on a limb and say that they're very simplistic and actually probably a little bit smaller than the size of feet that I'm drawing, but I think that I think I more or less got the gist of it. Now, its arms. I feel like its arms also have like tiny little ridges on them, like such. At least for the front part of them. I could be dead off on this, but I do know for a fact that its actual hands, they kind of look like gloves with like a little frilly part on them. So I'm going to make sure that I get that detail down sat. And now the thing that makes the drawing of a Gothitel particularly difficult is that I do remember that you can tell that it has this sort of like Christmas tree-like design because its whole body has this 3D effect to it as well, but also you have little like Christmas tree-ish ornaments, like little buttons and things along the front of its body. So I'm just going to kind of do my best to draw those in, but I don't remember super well off the top of my head exactly what they look like, but I think these like 4-leaf clover designs that I'm getting in here are pretty close enough. I'm trying to remember, is there anything else that I'm missing? Is there anything else that I'm forgetting? I think I more or less managed to nail it. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to your new pal, your new friend till the end. Of course, it is Gothitel, drawn by yours truly, Alexander Matthias Kazina. Yes, that's right. You didn't know that my middle name was Matthias, but now you do know. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Good job, Cozy. All right. Let's get back into the game. Creamsicle I can keep at the front of the party for the time being. Probably not that much of an issue if I do so. Ooh, Machop, that's another Pokemon. There are like a ton of fighting Pokemon in this cave. It is too bad I did not catch any of them when I had the chance to do so. I'm actually going to run away from this guy though, because I only have Tackle as my attacking type move. Do I know about Pokemon cosplayer? Oh buddy, do I ever. For a second, I thought that Charmander might be shiny because he had kind of a weird looking color thing to him, but of course, shiny Charmander is gold, not like cherry. For a second there, that the menu like waited for just a beat longer than I thought it would. I thought we were going to discover that that guy had been burnt, but thankfully that didn't happen. Goodbye. And look at that, Creamsicle is now at level 23. Nice. Okay. If I had had, what's his face? Victory Bell at the, sorry, not Victory Bell, Weeping Bell at the front of the party, I would have just taken out this Onyx. This actually wouldn't be a bad place for Blueberry to level up in a little bit. I'm actually going to put him at the front of the party for a little bit. Certainly can't hurt. Although, actually, for this hiker, I'll just swap in Weeping Bell for this guy. Hello to Quilted15. Thank you for tuning into my stream tonight. Oh, hope that you're having a good night yourself. This has been quite the adventure. I ate the titular pickle that is in the title of my stream, and that was a nightmare of salty, pickly monstrosityness. But thankfully I managed to get over with that. And now, yeah, I'm just trying to make my way through Rock Tunnel because, unfortunately, both of the ground-type Pokemon that I was really relying on to take me through the Vermilion Gym battle tragically perished. And so I figured, you know what, fuck it. I don't need to battle Lieutenant Surge right now. I'm just going to go ahead and schlep on over to Lavender Town and then, you know, pretty much do whatever it is that I want to do from there. It might be a little bit early to kill that Snorlax, but certainly there's a lot more, there's a much larger kind of world of opportunity of things for me to do out there rather than bumming around Vermilion City forever. I'm going to swap in Blueberry for this one. Unfortunately, these hikers, they often have ground rock type Pokemon at their disposal, but they also have Machops, which can be a little bit difficult to deal with if you don't have like the exact right Pokemon. This guy's about to use Focus Energy to make himself more likely to land a crit, but we will take him out before that happens. Ooh, Onyx. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this guy a nice big Vine Whip and say toodaloo to good old Onyx. Yeah, so my YouTube channel, ever since I started doing Pokemon Nuzlocke challenges over here on Twitch, has been a repository for all of my past installments of my Nuzlocke challenges. Earlier than that, there's like some other weird odds and ends on that channel that you don't really need to worry about all that much. Definitely go and check them out, although I will say that the current Nuzlocke streams I'm doing at the moment are the most professional and cool looking in terms of production values, so please be understanding if you tune into some of the older ones and are like, this looks a little bit kind of old-fashioned and a little bit crude. I was still kind of figuring out the groove of my Nuzlocke streams back then, but yeah, that's the situation. I wish, unfortunately, I don't think I have an elixir or an ether on hand, because I would use it to recover some of my Vine Whip's PP if I had the chance. Here we go. Thank you. I appreciate the sub. Thank you so much, Quilted15. My current schedule is, so I do these streams every Monday and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. EST, and then I post the stream archives of these streams to the YouTube channel every Wednesday and every Saturday, the following Wednesday and Saturday at 3 p.m. EST. So my Monday 8:30 p.m. stream will post on Wednesday at 3 p.m. My Thursday 8:30 p.m. stream will post Saturday at 3 p.m. And that's sort of the current schedule for the time being. Okay. After I get out of this battle, I'm going to see what my PP options are. Unfortunately, oh, and thank you for the follow on Twitch. Much appreciated. Unfortunately, yeah, we don't have anything like that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We have an ether. We have an ether, ladies and gentlemen. We have an ether. Oh, and you know what? We also have access to a potion. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to top up his HP a little bit. Because on the off chance that we run into a hiker that scores a real nasty critical hit, we don't want our Tortellini, the Weeping Bell, to die unexpectedly. Actually, it was especially good we healed before this Onyx, because this Onyx, if he survives Vine Whip, could do some potent damage. Thankfully, he didn't. Ooh, Acid. Now this is actually a move that we are very much going to appreciate getting, because, so I don't really think I've mentioned this in a while, Tortellini, an Adamant type Bellsprout, sorry, Weeping Bell. I get all those names confused because I don't really typically use this line of Pokemon very often. Now, normally, you don't typically want a Grass-type Pokemon to be Adamant in nature because it can't really make full use of its Grass Stab-type moves, especially in Gen 3 where all Grass-type moves were special. But Tortellini is a Grass Poison-type Pokemon, which means we have access to a whole heck of a lot of cool Poison-type moves that will really make use of said Poison-type physically oriented stab. Now the question is, what move do I delete to learn Acid? I have Growth, Poison Powder, Sleep Powder, and Vine Whip. None of these moves I immediately want to get rid of. That being said, Sleeping Powder is pretty important. Obviously, I don't want to get rid of Vine Whip just yet. I feel like it comes down to Growth and Poison Powder, and I feel like between the two, I'm actually a little bit more inclined to stick with Growth, because I feel like that might be situationally useful, but I feel like Poison Powder could also have its uses as well. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. Vine Whip is physical from Generation 4 onwards. However, before Generation 4, they didn't split Pokemon moves into physical and special categories. I'm playing Pokemon LeafGreen, and in this generation of Pokemon, all Grass-type moves were special. It's one of those things where you tend to, whenever you go back to these old Pokemon games, you kind of gotta readjust yourself to how they work, because it's something that's easy to forget about them. Oh, critical hit. Critical hit. That means, per the rules of the Pokemon Critical Lock Challenge that we're currently doing, that we have to spin our prize wheel of criticality. Let's bring in the wheel, and let's see what happens. 1, 2, and 3. Drop 5. That means that as soon as we exit this battle, we're going to have to drop 5 random items that are currently bumming around in our bag. Let's go ahead, let's get back in the battle, and let's mop this guy up. I am wondering how quickly I'll be able to make my way to Celadon City, because the sooner I can get my hands on a Leaf Stone to evolve Tortellini into a Victory Bell, the better. But I feel like there are a couple of roadblocks between now and then. Alright, we gotta drop 5 items. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna toss this Burn Heal. I don't think we're going to need to use it all that much. We can most definitely toss a potion. What else can we toss? I don't want to toss the X attack or defense, because those could come in useful. We definitely don't need a paralyzed heal right now, because Lieutenant Surge just didn't want us to battle him. True story. And we can go ahead and we can toss a Pokeball. And let's see... it's actually a little bit more difficult to toss TMs in this generation. You know what? 100 steps, we definitely can do without that. I'm going to toss the Repel. Oh, here we go. Another hiker. Damn it. Sorry, Zubat, but I don't really want to tussle with you nowadays. It's currently 10:52. I'm planning on wrapping up my stream in the next 8 or so minutes. I just want to get out of Rock Tunnel and arrive at Lavender Town. If I can do that, that'll make for a satisfying end to the stream. Look at that! Tortellini, level 25. I feel a little bit bad that I'm not giving Gyarados as many opportunities to level up as you are, Tortellini, but to be fair, we are battling a lot of Pokemon that he doesn't have a lot of moves that he can use to handle him right now. Guy only has Tackle and Bite, which Bite, even though Bite is a special move in this gen, has actually proven a pretty good, pretty powerful move for him to use. Actually, once we get to Lavender Town, his Bite is actually going to be really, really useful for that exact reason. He's going to demolish them Ghastlies, but until then, yeah, it's not exactly the best move around these parts. Did we battle that trainer yet? I feel like we might have battled that trainer yet, but I don't know with certainty. You know what? She seems like someone that wouldn't have a whole crap ton of fighting and rock-type Pokemon on her team, so let's go ahead and let's heal Creamsicle up. Thank you, Quilted15. You have a good night. Or a good morning. Depends on where you are and what time zone you're in. No, we did not battle her yet. Hey, not a problem. I definitely plan on continuing to upload content to YouTube, so you can definitely look forward to it there. Speaking of things that have changed in subsequent generations, Jigglypuff would be a Fairy-type Pokemon in latter generations, but here he is only normal, which makes our bite that much more effective. Goodbye. Oh, shit. I was not anticipating that. Wow, this guy does not have any moves that he can use to take out Pidgey, so I am going to go ahead and swap in Blueberry. Goodbye, Pidgey. And let's swap in Gyarados. It's too bad that when an opposing Meowth uses Payday, you can't pick up the money that he dropped on the ground for everyone. Feels kind of weird that only your own player can pick up the money that was potentially dropped. This seems like a Pokemon, or rather a trainer, for Tortellini to fight. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Goodbye, Geodude. Alright, here we go. Last but not least, man, Tortellini is just fucking leveling up and leveling up and leveling up. It is pretty insane. And there we go. Nothing down here. Just some rocks that unfortunately we can't break right now because we chose not to challenge Lieutenant Surge. Alright, it is 10:57. I want to close this out by 11. Let's see if we can make our way to Lavender Town just before then. I feel like I should swap into Creamsicle for this guy, and then I will try to get that item in the upper right corner of the screen before I forget to do so, but we'll see how I'm feeling after this. 3 Pokemon. Are they all Slowpokes? Let's find out. Bite. I swear to God, if that had crit, I'd be like, well, why? Just why? Alright, well, here we go. That crit, at least. Not that we needed that crit. Alright. 1, 2, and 3. No center. That means that until we get our next critical hit, we can't heal at a Pokemon Center. That's not cool, but then again, many things on this run haven't been cool thus far, and we have shown a bright lamp of a bright lamp of warmth is what I was trying to say before I got that next critical hit. Well, good news is we don't have to worry about not healing at Pokemon Centers again. Bad news is we're spinning the prize wheel of criticality again. 1, 2, and 3. No center. All right, I guess we once again are not healing at a Pokemon Center until we get our next critical hit. Them's the rules. fucking Christ. Is the stream, I know I've said this in the past, is the stream self-aware? Does it know that I'm about to close out tonight's stream, so it's like, shit, get as many critical hits as possible into like the last minute? Get benched. Okay, that means that after we return back to our next Pokemon Center, we're gonna have to bench Creamsicle for 30 minutes. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking we should actually just hightail it to the Lavender Town Pokemon Center. We should immediately bench him, and we will make a note to remember that for next stream, we got to start out that stream with Creamsicle benched of the first half hour. I think that would only be fair, and we can go back and retrieve that one item from Rock Tunnel later on. Hold on a second. Wow, the Rock Tunnel is throwing a lot of trainers at you at the last minute. And it's not a Pokemon I really want to battle with this dude. I gotta be honest. You know what? Parmesan the Zubat. This guy, I'm wondering if that guy might actually be kind of effective against him. Or I could, maybe Croissant might be good against him? Oh, you know what? Tortellini will do good against him because he knows how to use Acid now. And Acid, that move is going to do quite a bit of damage. Come on. Come on. Wow, that is a powerful move. It's too bad that, like, it's almost impossible to get the Poison Barb in this game, because if I had access to the Poison Barb held item, which makes your Poison type moves like 10, I think maybe 20% stronger, I would 100,000% slap it on him, because this guy is a poison machine. Alright. Come on, come on. On with it, Clefairy. Thank God in this generation, minimize only raises your... Oh, wow. First time somebody became confused from that. Thank God in this gen, that move only raises your evasiveness by 1 stat. Okay. Oh, wow. I thought we were going to have to battle them. All right, perfect. Crap. I thought that was it, that would be the literal last trainer we were gonna have to fight, but I guess not. I guess not. I might as well go ahead and just get this item while I can. Again, we will return... Oh, a Pearl. We will return to Rock Tunnel to mop up all the trainers we missed. I remember back in the day, Rock Tunnel being like a crazy long dungeon. In the Pokemon Red and Blue games, and man, it really was quite the dungeon. Yay! Level up. Oh, I maybe shouldn't have stayed in for this one. Good news is, I have a Tortellini in me that can take care of this Oddish. You've got a Tortellini in me. You've got a Tortellini in me. Some people say there's bigger Tortellinis than me, stronger too. Yeah, and as the days go by, my Tortellini will never die. Unless there's some crazy crit that takes him out. Oh, baby. 'Cause you got a Tortellini in me. Oh, you got a Tortellini in me. Na 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 na. That was a lot of those were a lot of paralyses in a row, by the way. That was a little bit much. Good news is we're like pretty darn close to evolving into a war turtle, which is pretty cool. Goodbye, Dana. Yes! Ah, come on! Let me have this one. Let me have this one. Fucking Zubat. Fucking shit animal. And here we go. Oh man, there are a lot of trainers right up front. For a second I was like, wait a minute, did I land on the wrong end of Rock Tunnel? But no, this seems to be correct. I don't know if that's a trainer or not, but I'm not taking my chances. Unfortunately, I'm not going to subject you to the scary music of Lavender Town this time around. You'll have to tune into my next installment to listen to it, because you know that you want to listen to some creepy-ass Lavender Town music. Oh, don't you deny it. Don't you deny it. And with that, thank you to everybody for tuning in to tonight's stream. Remember, as always, that you can watch these streams live on Twitch every Monday and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. EST, as well as VODs on YouTube every Wednesday and Saturday at 3 p.m. EST. And of course, you can also find me on Twitter at AlexKazina if the tweets and the twats are more your speed. Till next time, my name is Alexander Kazina, doing another salute yet again, and I wish you a good night, or a good day, depends on what time zone you're currently in.